great chance there, falling to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But Emmanuel Adu was the man on duty and did the job beautifully, Justice Blake. That ball is in there, it's headed out. Kotoko still with the Timenu. That is too much for Saka Dauda. And Timenu knew but he was unable, I should say, to find that final connection.
Great delivery, but you've got to give credit to Kamara. He did so well to really save Kotoko out of that trouble. For a moment, we thought that the ball was going in, but always you'll have to count on Kamara, and he saved Kotoko out of that very trouble.
Mohamed Kamara found his confidence after Abdul Karim Zito joined Kumasi Asante Kotoko in the last 20 days. He has been his choice. This is the third game Zito has had to handle, and he finds faith in that well-built, more than 6 feet, Mohamed Kamara. Kwame Poku, Albert Amos ball, just too much, and he immediately apologizes. Saka Dauda was in the run for that one, and he knew he could have done better. Kennedy finds Kwesi Sorotu. Kwesi finds Fuseni. Fuseni will lead swiftly. Berekum Chelsea. It's Kennedy. Kofi Mensah. Behind that one, there's another ball on the turf. And leave it for head coach Samuel Boadu. Gets onto the pitch to clear it. Kennedy's throwing back to Kennedy. He was looking for Hubert Joe. Hubert is displaced off that one. Hubert is displaced out of that one, and Patrick Esedu is brought down right in front of the line one. To the right, and there's no one in particular in blue. Kamara will pick it up. Kamara on setting and finally leaves it for Samboni. Sama sends a long one floating. Heads go up. Mohamed Sedu. But the referee says he had his hand to Saka Dauda. Quick free kick. Albert Amos shot. But wayward. And Emmanuel Adu will walk to that one. No problem at all. 53 minutes gone. Yet to break the deadlock here. Who joins Golden Kick in the final? We have a lot more minutes to play for. Emmanuel Adu's ball. Headed away. Saka Dauda's header. Patrick Esedu leaves it for Timenu. Timenu finds Henry Ansu. Ansu to Justice Blake. Justice Blake. Still Justice Blake. Twisting and turning Justice Blake. Finally finds Baba Yaya. With Sheba for this is Saka Dauda going down the flanks. Saka Dauda leaves it for Patrick Esedu. Esedu back to Saka Dauda. Timely intervention. Beautiful defense there by Kwesi Sorotu to save Berekum Chelsea. On that account, Kotoko were building up beautifully on their flanks. But he broke that continuity. And what is the referee Graham saying? Throwing to Berekum Chelsea. Kennedy Kofi Mensah tries a rather short one to Kwesi Sorotu. Kwesi Sorotu finds Kennedy. Kennedy's ball, he was looking for Vincent Klub, but Vincent was already brought down by Timenu. And it's going to be a free kick at that spot in Chelsea's own half against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Samuel Boadu issuing out instructions and screaming on top of his lungs, saying his ball is headed down. Berekum Chelsea will take over again. Kennedy finds Hubert Joe. Joe is brought down. My game is down After beautifully defending that ball off the feet of Marvin, it was a temporary hold up here. If you're just joining us on the live syndicate of Sports Live, this is the second semi-final game of the 2024-2025 MTN FA Cup here at the Taquana Borsu Stadium. In a rather cloudy yet sunny atmosphere, we are enjoying the Berekum Warriors and the Bibris. But it's goalless at this point in time after 57 minutes. Temporary hold up. Mohamed Kamara and the referee Graham drop ball to Kamara. He picks it up and rolls it over to Samboni. Samba Sergeant forward finds Albert. Albert go past the midfield, switches to his left. Saka Dauda is caught in that offside position.
Yes, indeed. He was marginally caught offside. It was a good ball played down the right-hand side. He wanted to fetch Saka Dauda, but just that Saka was really flagged offside by the linesman.
Zakaria Husseini's goal. And Vincent King was brought down. Referee whistles immediately for an infringement. And he will wait for captain Zachariah's long ball down the right looking for Marvin. Marvin gets to it, but Kamara went into the air and had to save that ball mid-air for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Mohamed Kamara being tested in the air on the ground by the post. However, Berekum Chelsea are attacking, but he is equally up to the task. Kotoko with the ball now. Yeah. Babaya found Saka Dauda. Saka Dauda. He loses out on that one, finds it in minutes, switch it up. Kwame Poku down the right. Kwame's cross. As Emmanuel Ledoux managed to keep it in play. And he rolls off the line. And it's going to be a corner kick to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That display was quite unnecessary from Emmanuel Ledoux. Now, Kotoko wins a corner from that.
He couldn't quite get a grip on that ball. We thought that he was going to cover it, but I don't know what he was trying to do. And it's a big disadvantage to Berekum Chelsea, especially where Kumasi Asante Kotoko are looking to pile up the pressure. Let's see if Kotoko are able to get out of this one.
Corner kick. Corner kick falling to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Kotoko's corner. No wonder in particular what is the referee saying. Referee Graham has quite a game on his hands.
There was a bit of shot pulling in there, so the referee had to stop the game to ensure that there is serenity in between the middle of the 18-yard there.
Corner kick to be taken again. And it's Patrick Esedu behind that one. He sends Kumasi Asante Kotoko 0, Berekum Chelsea 0. The second semi-final game, I should say, of the MTN FA Cup. Who joins Golden Kick? Patrick's free kick. Switching to the right, looking for Kwame Poku. Justice Blade. Mary Ansu back to Blade. And Kennedy's fighting him, the other one. He wins it. Can Marvin pick it up? Samba O'Neill against Marvin Owusu. And his Samba clears his lines quickly. The ball still in play. But Zakaria Husseini's slide down and his gesture towards referee Graham will definitely attract a yellow card. He went down so quickly and with a lot of power to defend that ball. And I think that his reaction after referee Graham calls that ball was rather unnecessary, and he has attracted a second yellow card. Berekum Chelsea, Captain Zakaria Husseini needs to lead by example.
It was a sliding tackle sent in, but the referee thinks that, you know what, this can end the career of a footballer, and so I've got to whistle for this. And Kotoko have a juicy free kick at that far end.
Play behind that one, sends a long one in, heads to go up Mohamed Seydou, but it falls straight to Patrick Esedu. He switches to his right, heads go up Saka Dauda, who exactly was sending that to. Emmanuel Ledoux picks it up for Berekum Chelsea. Samba O'Neill. looking for Albert, who was screaming for that ball. Ball still in the air. He picks it up beautifully past Kennedy and straight into the arms of Emmanuel Edu. But he wasn't even able to hold on to that one move.
Yes, I think he actually delayed a bit, and so, but he's injured. Maybe that also caused that corner kick. But I think that he's been the savior for Berekum Chelsea. Mohamed Kamara has been the savior for Asante Kotoko. In the second half, it's now a battle between two goalkeepers, unlike in the first half where it was a battle between the strikers and the defenders. Now the goalkeepers have taken over, and so whoever will commit an error would let down his team, and so it's a huge responsibility of Mohamed Kamara and Emmanuel Edu. But so far, I'm impressed by their performance.
Marvin also filling in the shoes of Jonathan Koe, and those are not easy boots to lace. Coach Samuel Boyd will call him to the touchline for a tete-a-tete because it's a temporary hold-up here. Emmanuel Edu has been attended to, and he's the only one that can be attended to fully on the pitch because he's the goalkeeper, according to the rules of the game. And Tim Meno will pick his time with Abdul Karim Zito as well, issuing out all the instructions he can. Saka Dauda, Patrick Esiedu, who gets to have that final kick. Berekum Chelsea giving the spots where they can build their wall. Marvin Opoku is there. Marvin Owusu together with Stephen Amankona, making up that two-man wall for goalkeeper Emmanuel Edu. The clock is ticking. Who wants this more? Golden kick on their board stocks and waiting. Would it be Berekum Chelsea or Kumasi Asante Kotoko? Here we are, some 10 meters away from goal. Saka Dauda, Patrick Esiedu. Samuel Boedu signaling. I wish I could understand those hand gestures, but I am not a footballer. Issuing out instructions even at this point in time. We are still waiting for referee Graham. And this time around, Mohamed Saidu and Elvis Shebafo were the ones being spoken to. Finally, the whistle will go. And Saidu sends it to Saka. Back to Saidu, size one. And all I can hear from the crowd is a waste of time. But that was not a bad try. That was a training grounds practice.
It comes back to the narrative, how terrible these two sides have been when it comes to the dead ball situation. We thought that Kotoko were going to do something significant, but that's a terrible one.
Emmanuel Edu leapt off the hook, sends one down the left. To no one in particular. Kotoko will pick it up as a throwing. Man on duty, Justice Blade. Still waiting for Justice Blade. Deciding where to send the ball to, and finally decided to send the way of Berekum Chelsea. And that ball is headed out again. And he's still at post, Justice Blade, to send that throwing. This time a longer one, and there's nobody there to pick it up, because he sends it away. Berekum Chelsea unable to hold on to it, and it goes back to Justice Blade. This time he sends a long one in. Zachariah's header. Let's go up again for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. This is Baba Yaya in Team Menu's ball. Looking for Albert Tamwa. Can he keep it in play? He tries so hard. Down the corner line. And out the ball goes. Goal kick. Emmanuel Edu. 71 minutes on the clock at the Takwana Bosso Stadium. Fans watching on keenly. Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Berekum Chelsea in the second semi-final game of the MTN FA Cup. Who gets that final ticket? We'll wait to see. Ball sent back. Kotoko will take over now. This is Baba Yaya. He's looking for Kwame Poku. Kwame Poku laces down for Saka Dauda. Saka Dauda's ball just in front of goal with no intent into those white nets.
I was expecting Kwame Poku to be very fast. He laid the pass, but it was supposed to be around the goal area to connect in that long drive. But then unfortunately, he wasn't around.
Steven Ancona picks it up, leaves it for Kwesi. Kwesi switches to his left. He's looking for Mezake, but that is too much for that winger to pick it up. Out it goes. So in Kumasi Asante Kotoko Justice play. Henry Ansu finds Samba O'Neill. Samba weighing options. Sets that ball through, but heads go up. Mohamed Seydou unable to hold on to it. Sakal Dauda is racing to it. Emmanuel Adu is also there. And finally, goalkeeper Edu picks it up for Berekum Chelsea. Sakal Dauda exploring all his options on the left and right flanks for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Game continues. Hubert Joe. Joe leaves that ball for Prince Anane. Joe finds Clue. Clue switches to his left, looking for Steven Amankona. Amankona picks it up. It's Amankona. It's Amankona against Patrick. They both go down. Right in front of line one. Amankona asking questions. And there's going to be a change. And the Kumasi Asante Kotoko setup. Sakal Dauda has been left off the hook. Sakal Dauda has been left off the hook, and Fernando Winston-Bassi has been shown his way onto the pitch.
And Fernando has started 2 games for Abdul Karim Zito. In his 3rd game, he started from the bench, but I'm sure it's part of the coach's plan, and that is why week in, week out, Abdul Karim Zito gives him that opportunity, because at a point in time under Dr. Prosper Nategum, he wasn't a starter. He hardly starts some games, but this time he and Mohamed Kamara have had some fair share of time under their new head coach.
So Winston-Bassi gets his 3rd start for Abdul Karim Zito Kate, but this time around from the bench. Let's see what his inclusion will do for Kumasi Asante.
And look at the switch now. Bassi will take the left-hand side of the wings, while Albert Ama will move into the middle with Kwame Poku. So let's see what this is able to bring to Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Zakaria Fuseni. Free kick sent through the middle. Mezake free, but he's unable to get to it. Justice play brought down in the process. Both managers having effected just 1 change each. Tells you they do not want to break the intensity of the game. Coach Prince Owusu will take his stand on the touchline to issue out some instructions as well. Prince Anane, he's been challenged to that one. Ball falls to Kwame Poku, but he loses out on that one almost immediately. Mohamed Seydou races to him. It's still Kwame Poku. Finds Elvis Sheba for. The ball is out. And Tim Menu picks it up. Baba Yaya is shoved off that one. And the referee says, play must be halted.
It was a good drive. It was a good drive by Elvis Chebafo, but I was expecting him to take his time. There were a lot of space. He could have been very calm. That would have given him more ideas as to what he should use the ball for.
And beyond even that, he had options to go either left or right, but he decided to go for the drive, but it was lacking that precision.
Elvis Chebafo, Mohamed Shaban's very good friend from Liberty Professionals, went out to Tunisia, couldn't really find his feet.
Played for Sumua.
Got back home and found New Haven in Kumasi.
And he was one key player for Liberty under David Marvin Okulu. He was one player. I remember at any time at Dansman Carindorf Park, we go to watch Elvis Chebafo and the likes of Kwame Paul. But he's been a good player.
Justice Blaze free kick. Heads go up straight into the hands of waiting Emmanuel Edu, who has been a pillar for Berekum Chelsea in those stakes. Play continues. Kosisoro to Steven Amankona's ball. Tim Menu challenges it to him. And Tim Menu Amankona goes down and leaves his foot behind. So on spotting. And Tim Menu smiles at that, and this will be the 2nd change for Berekum Chelsea. Berekum Chelsea effecting another change. And Isifu Mohammed will be introduced into this game. Isifu Mohammed out. Hubert Hubert Jehu out, Isifo Mohammed in.
Yes, this like-for-like change. Hubert Jehu has been a starter for Samuel Boadu. He had the opportunity last season. He took it. He had about 5 man of the match awards in the Premier League last season, his debut season. So he's been very good, but clearly he's very tired. A lot of energy exhausted in this game.
Marvin's ball straight to Mohamed Kamara. Isifo Mohammed has scored one of Berekum Chelsea's 12 goals leading up to the semi-finals. Maybe he can be the chap with the magic to get one of those goals for Berekum Chelsea. Ariansu. Wisdom Bassi. Patrick Esedu's ball. Looking for Kwame Poku. Kennedy against Kwame Poku. Kwame Poku picks it up. Finds Patrick. Albert Samoa was very late on that occasion. Maybe more will tell us what it means to wear the number 18 jersey if you are playing for Hartlepool. That's a very important number with great players who have walked through, like
Ishmael
Ado. Like my very good friend.
And again, he's the last player to win the Berekum back to back. 1999, 2000, 2001. We are yet to have a player winning the Berekum even 2 times since 2001.
Mahatma Otu will tell you his story in the number 18 jersey for Hartlepool. Or maybe for the Porcupine Warriors, it will be just one of those numbers. Albert Samoa.
But we've not seen much from Sibina Mankuna. What we saw against Berekum United, his long drives and all that. I'm sure he's playing from the flanks. I think he's been pinned deep from to the flanks, and that is really affecting him.
Zakaria Fuseni behind that free kick, some 30 meters away. Zakaria Fuseni's ball headed out. Stephen Bassi picks it up with Wisdom. Quick free kick. Albert Samoa. Save. Emmanuel Edu.
We've done 79 minutes, but my 2 man of the match is the goalkeeper for Berekum Chelsea, Edu Emmanuel and Mohamed Kamara. They are playing the game in the second half, and that tells you that it's an end-to-end action. The goalkeepers are now really commanding in all aspects of the game.
Emmanuel Edu saving the day again for Berekum Chelsea against Albert Samoa, who had all the time to shoot and decided to go for that feeble shot, turned around and held his head in despair and unbelief of himself. Free kick, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Just a few steps away from the corner spot. And it's Patrick Esedu, who elects himself to pick that one up for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Patrick Esedu against one-man wall, sends one in, who is there to do the final cornership ball, floats away, but still in danger zone. And finally, Albert Samoa was there to do the final connection for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. The goal was coming, and on the 80th minute mark, Albert Samoa quickly redeems himself of all the errors. That free kick was sent in by Patrick, and then it was sent back. Kotoko picked up the rebound, and Albert Samoa was there to increase his MTN FA Cup goal tally to 3. Kumasi Asante Kotoko are a goal up, and the Beavers are wallowing in pain at this point in time. Unbelief for Samuel Boadu.
Albert Samoa has pulled a rabbit out of nowhere. It was a great delivery from Patrick. He made sure he's been waiting for it all this while, and now he's got something to cheer about. It was a great delivery, and he got his head to it. And there is it, Kumasi Asante Kotoko lead on the 80th mark.
time these two sides played in Kumasi, it ended 1-0. Are they going to repeat that here at the Taekwondo Bosu Stadium? The irony, however, is when Kotoko played Medium ISC here, when this particular stadium was being opened, Kotoko lost.
But then they scored a goal against Berekum Chelsea. Back to back they've scored. And I asked you one question. For how long will the goalkeepers keep saving their teams? And so it's unfortunate, but Albert Amoah have always asked the question, and this time around he has the answers. He scored his third goal for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and the advantage still continues for Kotoko.
The former Good Olympics attacker continues to state a claim in this Kotoko setup. Even back from injury, it looks as if nothing has really changed. Albert Amoah, if someone is asking, he is the reason there's a difference between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Berekum Chelsea here at the Taekwondo Bosu Stadium. If you just tune in, it's 1-0 in favor of the Porcupine Warriors. We have the last 8 minutes to see some good game as well. How would it end? But there's a free kick to Berekum Chelsea. Also has a very advantageous position.
Speaking of Amoah, he's got his 9th goal for Kumasi Asante Kotoko in all competitions, and so he's one of the prolific strikers Kotoko can always count on.
Referee Graham is the one we are waiting on. Kennedy picks that Amakona, but straight into the 3-man wall of Kamipoku at the Sheba 4 and Justice Blade. Amakona has been a pale shadow of himself. He has refused to get up for Berekum Chelsea today, and they are being swallowed by some dark moments here. Albert Amoah, the culprit, heads go up. Mezake Fie, the ball is headed away. Stephen Amakona, it's still Amakona. He's brought.
Concede the second goal, that's it. But another opportunity for Kotoko to make it.
Opportunity, Kwame Poku. He blasted wide. What a chance, gonna beg in again. In the last 5 minutes of this game, it's Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. Albert Amoah grabbing that goal for them on the 80th minute. But here we are. Looks like the Porcupine Warriors are cruising to the final. Game continues. Emmanuel Edu sends a long one, heads go up. But Henry Ansu is there for Kotoko. Mohamed Seydou's ball. Zakaria Fuseni, he's brought down. And the referee says that was unprofessional, unsporting. So Berekum Chelsea wins a free kick in that light.
And so the last time Kotoko got to the final was in 2017, and we know that they were able to win against Accra Hearts of Oak. But the other time they also got to the final was in 2011, where they met Nanya FC, and it wasn't well for them. And so while Kotoko will be looking to qualify, they also will have to really think about the 2011 situation as well.
Game continues here. Baba Yaya is brought down.
I think Zacharia's challenge is very difficult. I think sometimes the referees give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, he's been very, very ambitious and very, very cynical this afternoon for Berekum Chelsea.
Kwame Poku seems to also be in some form of pain and down on the turf, but he's up on his feet. The final minutes looking dangerous. Kumasi Asante Kotoko applying all tactics to keep themselves in the driver's seat, because as it stands now, if it ends this way, they are cruising to the final.
I might want to say that I don't see coming back in this game. Well, it looks like Kotoko have stolen it and they're running away with it.
Temporary hold up here, 57 minutes gone. Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1, Berekum Chelsea 0. If it ends this way, we have our finalists for the 2024-2025 MTN FA Cup. Kwame Poku's control is brought down, and the referee's flag is already up. Referee Graham pointing towards Emmanuel Edu. The last 5 minutes have been fierce. Berekum Chelsea moving tooth and nail, looking for that equalizer. Kotoko holding on briefly with their last breath, with the final in sight. They know they could be marching to their 10th FA Cup, and for Abdul Karim Zito, he could be on his way to lifting his 2nd FA Cup trophy.
It was very, very telling. You look at how the game has panned out so far. It was clear that either Kotoko or Berekum Chelsea, whoever is able to go in front, it was going to be difficult for either of that side to come back, and that is what is looking for Kumasi Asante Kotoko at this point.
Free kick in a very good position. Can Kotoko make it 2? Will Berekum Chelsea be able to defend that one before we head into the final minutes of the game? Waiting for time to be added on. Kotoko also wanting to make a change. Referee Graham pulses play and allows that change to be effected. Kotoko will introduce Joseph Ablo, a defender, and it says Karim Zito's intent. He wants to protect that one goal. And out goes Baba Yaya. Sacrifices a midfielder for a defender. Game continues. Joseph Ablo makes his way onto the pitch. And the free kick will finally be effected. Patrick Asiedu's ball straight into the wide stands again. We are still looking for that ball. The game will continue here. We will be doing 5 minutes of time added on. We have hit the 90th. And it's Kotoko 1, Berekum Chelsea 0. Game continues. Switches to the other side. Intimeno. It's Intimeno. That low pass went nowhere. Berekum Chelsea will defend their line beautifully. Heads go up. Patrick Asiedu. Albetama tried back to Intimeno, sends it back. Elvis Sheba for Intimeno again, but Captain Fuseni picks it up for Berekum Chelsea. Chelsea down the left. Looking for Marvin Owusu. He's brought down, shoved up that one right in front of the referee. And Patrick Asiedu is the culprit on that account. We are in the first minutes of the fight that has been added on. 4 minutes more. And Samuel Bolduma just have to hold on to that back-to-back win. No final for him. This is Kumasi Asante goes on the attack again. Albert one shot! Just rolling by the goalpost. Just a whisker away. He could have gotten the second one for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Albert Oma enjoying himself in the last 10-15 minutes. But Berekum Chelsea switches to the other side. Stephen Amankona. It's Amankona. Stephen Amankona twisting and turning. Amankona finds Kennedy. Kennedy back to Amankona. Switches play looking for Marvin Owusu, who is very slow on that occasion. Heads go up. Stephen Amankona again. Damage beautifully. But that is cleared away by Samba Oniyo. 92 minutes. Ball falls back to Amankona. Trying his luck. The ball is ballooned to the other side. Emmanuel Ledoux gets to it quickly and lays it down for his captain, Zakaria Fuseni. Sends it to his left. Had to go up. Who is there? Mohamed Seydou and Kamara. Kamara runs into him and receives that ball. Saves it beautifully for Kotoko. And he's down. Turning and wallowing in some form of pain. But he knows what it means to slow down pain. So we will not be too surprised if that's what he's doing, but he's indicating that he's in some form of pain. Mohamed Kamara, well built, huge, and fills out that goalpost. He has been the reason Berekum Chelsea have failed to find the back of the net. And he is now on the turf. There will be a temporary hold-up, yes, it's being attended to. But gradually, we are getting to the end of it. And if it stays this way, we have another Division 1 Premier League side clash on our hands after 2011 when Nani FC, led by the legendary Abedi Pele, beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko by 1-0 at the Accra Sports Stadium. And then in 2016, Bofako tried against Bechem United but were unlucky. Golden kick already in the annals of history as a third Division 1 side to make it to the MTN FA Cup final. And for Kotoko, it was a nightmare. It dare not repeat. If it happens again on the 15th of June at the University of Ghana Stadium when they take on a Division 1 side, just be careful. They do not repeat 2011 and go home empty-handed. Holy Time Hotel. The fans in ecstatic mood here. If you can hear them, they are chanting for the porcupines who have drawn out those sharp horn quills and drawn blood out of the babies. You know what it means. Abdul Karim Zito will look at his wristwatch again and ask himself what Rafi Graham will do, because the 5 minutes is done and that could be the last kick. Kamara's ball in, heads go up. Husseini defending for Berekum Chelsea. Amankona's ball. Amankona against Samba O'Neil. O'Neil is brought down. Amankona is unhappy with that call from Rafi Graham. Bomar Bayes, 15 years of experience. The most introverted you could find. Married with a baby boy, loves to play music. And here he is in the center of affairs because the referee for this game got injured whilst they were training. And he, as a father referee, was called to take his place. Game continues. Marvin Owusu running down the flank. That's beautifully defended away. Berekum Chelsea will receive that again. Mohamed Isifu's ball. Out it goes. Berekum Chelsea not giving up. Mezake field. Heads go up. Kotoko will defend their lines again. Joseph Ablo is in trouble. Referee Graham calls Joseph Ablo. Dishes out the yellow card. He brought down Kennedy. Kofi Mensah, I think, stepped on him in the process. Free kick. Berekum Chelsea. Emmanuel Sapon behind that one. Bassi and Patrick in that two-man wall for Kamara. We've done 97 minutes at the Takwena ball. So Emmanuel Sapon's ball straight to Mohamed Kamara. And Rafi Graham could end this game at any point in time. We've done 98 minutes. 3 shy of the initial 5 minutes that was added on. Mohamed Kamara sends one in down the flanks. Bassi racing to it. Unable to keep it in play. Kennedy Kofi Mensah challenged him to that one. Still Kennedy against Bassi. And he sends the other way. Bassi wins that tussle. Berekum Chelsea head the other way around. Sapon keeps it in play. And he directs it to the other way around. Referee Graham being called upon to end the game by fans, but I'm sure he's looking at his watch as well. There goes the whistle. It's all ended. Abdul Karim Zito fulfilling one of the reasons why he was considered for that job at Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Just after that memory lining experience with Dream Super Club at the 2023-2024 CAF Confederations Cup, Kotoko knew that homegrown man, that former player, that developer, that man who oozes zest and aura with some tenacity, best at man management, will be the one to turn things around for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And yes, Kade is in the gunning for another MTN FA Cup trophy, but that goes to 2011 hands over Kumasi Asante Kotoko, because they are meeting a Division 1 side again. And if you remember Nani FC, they did that magic when they beat them 1-0 in 2011. Will they be able to go over that ghost and kick out golden kick? Who be in the box, ready to step out for some fresh air. It's been great coming your way on the first syndicate broadcast on Sports Live, with end-to-end action and minute-by-minute reportage on the MTN FA Cup semi-finals from yesterday, where Golden Kick beat Atram the Visa 3-1. And today, Mother's Day special, and a happy Mother's Day to all mothers, women, and potential mothers out there. It's all ended here. My name is Abigail Senasosu. I did this with Berekum and Mo Shaban. We'll meet again on the 15th of June 2025 at the University of Ghana Stadium. Mark that calendar. It is going to be at Golden Kick taking on Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Thank you, and we're great to have come your way this evening.
What's your feeling about the game? You have lost. You are not going to fight.
Yeah. Grab right there. Ben land war in there.
It's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet. Simple business apps, no laggy online maintenance, great data, rapid speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all. I signed on immediately. Whenever your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed up to the best internet, not just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.